So we're supposed to find the solutions of negative x squared plus 2x minus 10. Now what does it mean to be a solution? Solutions are what we call x-intercepts. So let's go out and see what this looks like as a graph. So when I go and type this in, just to see what the solutions are, which one method to get the solutions is by graphing. Where did it go? I can't see it. Oh, that's why. It's way down here. So the question is, when does this parabola cross the x-axis? Well, it doesn't. Not in a real number system. So anytime it looks like this, where it does not cross the x-axis, the solutions are imaginary. And if the solutions are imaginary, usually what most people use to find it is the quadratic formula. So we're going to plug into the quadratic formula. What this means is we're going to have a square root of a negative number. So square root of a negative number. So the formula for quadratic says that if you have your quadratic written in standard form, that means your x squared term, then your x, then your constant equal to 0, then you could take your a, your b, and your c value, plug it into this formula called the quadratic formula, and it'll spit out the answers for us. So what we have here, we know that a is negative 1, so what that means is when I plug into the formula, I'll put negative 1 in for A, and then negative 1 in for A. B is 2. So anywhere I see a B, I can put a 2 now. And C is negative 10. So there's only one spot in the formula where there's a C, so I'm going to put negative 10 there. So when I substitute in, I would get the solutions are negative b, so that's going to be negative 2, plus or minus, plus minus, one's, that's how you get both your solutions, the square root of b squared, b is 2, so I put 2 squared, minus 4, times a, but a is negative 1, times c, but c is negative 10. All over 2a. That'd be 2, and a is negative 1. So all I've done so far is I copied down the quadratic formula. I said a is negative 1, b is 2, c is negative 10. And I took the ABC values and I did what's called substitution. From there we're going to start simplifying. So I got negative 2 plus or minus and then I'm going to go ahead and do 2 squared. So all of this is together, so we call this a grouping. So order of operations say to do exponents first, so 2 squared is 4. And now I could go ahead and multiply those. So the common mistake is kids subtract before they multiply. So what is negative 4 times negative 1? That's 4. Times negative 10, negative 40. So this part makes negative 40. And then 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. 4 minus 40, that's negative 36. Now let's take negative 36, the square root, and let's simplify. First thing I would do is I'd pull out the negative to make an I. Because the square root of negative 1 is I. And then the square root of 36 is 6. So this is the same thing as 6i. now I go here and I say x is -2 plus or minus, but I know that's 6i divided by -2. Now from there, you never want a negative in the denominator, so I'm going to divide them all by negative. And then I see that 2, 6, and 2 are all even. They're all divisible by 2, so I'm going to divide everything by -2. So -2 divided by -2 is 1. 6i divided by -2 is -3i. Plus minus doesn't change it, so I'll just put plus minus 3i. And then -2 divided by -2 is 1. You don't really need to divide by 1, so you get x is 1 plus or minus 3i.